Hello. In this lesson, I'm going to show you another way to start a building. In this case, we're going to apply the instruction loop. We're going to start our building with a common sketch of 13 by 13 units. Okay? And then we're going to apply a loop to create a stack of surfaces in which we're going to develop our levels independently in our building. This is the way to do that. To our input, we apply an instruction loop, and we are going to define a variable here that will be floor number, that will say from 30 to 50 floors in a step of 1. Okay, that will be my variable for the loop cycles. Now, in the loop, I'm going to create an extrude, but first I'm going to define another variable that will be floor age, the height of my floors. I will say that will be from 3 to 4 units in a step of 1. I'm going to apply an extrude of floor age units. For the loop to work, you have to transform the looping operations into a function. Let's convert to function this. I'm going to name it floors. And then here I'm going to add some more operations. First, I'm going to add the loop output. As I said in previous lesson, you have to add an output. Here, select output and select add an output. And you have to name that output specifically for the loop in lowercase as loop. I want my loop to make an extrusion, and they make an extrusion over that. So in this extrusion, I will connect the cap of this with the loop that make the operation one in top of the other. The sides of this loop, I'm going to rename it as invisible, and my result for now will be this. As you can see, the levels, you can see it before. When a loop operates, the bottom of the loop disappears if you don't make a close extrusion, or if you don't make a rename that I'm going to make right now. An overlapping rename in the cap. Here I'm going to rename each cap before the next extrusion as north. Okay? The result now is this. Now I have my stack of the different floors. Now I can make different operations in each floor, making a random volume for my building. I'm going to use the same method that I make in previous lessons, that is using the inset to put aligned different profiles in the same facade. Now I'm creating 3 different profiles. This is one. I will say here I have the slabs that will be 10 units here, another 10 units here. Okay, it's okay. Then I will add a variable here. My age one will be floor age. I do an expression minus 0.2. Okay. In my profile, this will be trim. This will be also trim. And this will be H1. And this will be East. Okay. Now I add another profile. Save this. I clone this F1 to F2. I will modify this. Making a balcony. 2 units. Making a balcony here. Okay. I'll say this will be fixed. This will be fixed. This will be floor. And this will be ceiling. Okay. And then I'm going to add a third profile. I'm going to clone again the F1, F3. And in this case, I'm going to use this way. I think it's better to make it this way. I'm going to, okay. Okay. This will be fixed. This will be fixed. This will be ceiling. And this can be roof. Okay. Now, let's see how to distribute these profiles. To select the labels inside my loop function, I have to add here, select the loop function and add, collect all outputs. There I make an output that says all, and for this output, I can select the label, sorry, inside the loop function. I will select now my north, that is the label that I put on my layers. And now I will perform the same operation, make an extrusion, make an inset of 1 meter. In the sides, I will perform a cut of I would say 6 units. That could be good. no matter the labels, and I will arrange my edges, and I'll specify here perpendicular to that. The result so far will be this. Now I have these cuts, and then I have to merge the faces, not join coordinate segments, with these cuts. This is the result. Now I have the borders cut into different segments, and then I will make a random rename that I will set south will be F1, or south will be F2, or south will be F3. This randomly assign these profiles to those segments in my geometry. Now I only have to make an extrusion by label profile, and my result will be this. I think I have to fix a couple of things here. Let's see. Let's assign my variable correctly. I have to assign the outside variable for age to my inside variable that have the same name. I copy here and use it in my expression. Let's see now. Now it's okay. As you can see, using this method, you can make interesting volumes like this, that in every floor you use a random distribution of your profiles and make this kind of geometries. I'm going to make a modification in my profile now. I'm rename my square faces. I'm going to make this modification in order to make a better geometry. Also here, no problem here. Okay. Let's. This is my result now. That's it. And now I have square faces, and I will rename my segments, my square faces on my segments in this profile, in those profiles here. My square faces will be, in this case, will be also trim. Here I will add to these square faces in wall, and this one will be trim. In my other profiles, I'll do the same here. This will be trim. This will be involved. This will be also trim. And now in the third profile, I do the same operation. Trim for this. Interior wall for this. And trim for this. I'm also make a different label for this part. I'm going to say this will be north. And in the second, I'm going to say this will be south. Okay, now my result is this. I have all the faces in my geometry correctly labeled, and the only thing that left is to add details to my volume. Okay, let's add the balconies using the same operation that in the previous lessons. My extrude, I will select the sides. In the sides, I will make a rename. I will say edges by condition, by opposite, rename the edge, will label whatever to, let's say, back exit. When it's opposite to a face label trim, that is the border of the balcony, edge label north, and it belongs to a face label floor. Now I select floor. This is the floors of my balcony, and apply. First I make a rename. I rename back exit to south and the rest to north, and then apply my offset function, and I'll say by the south it will be 0.1 unit, and then import my rail, this rail, and apply it to the sides. My results will be invisible. The floor down the rail will be invisible too, and I will overlap a rename of floor here. And the result will be this. Now I have rails in all my balconies. Now in the rest of the sides of my volume, that is north, I will import my panel solution, this one, I can add this panel solution here. Let's see the results. Very well. I have this panel solution, and then in my east I can do the same. Go to the panel solution. As you can see, now I have rails and my panels, and this is a really interesting building, but you can do a lot more. you have to add something in the floor, and for that you have to identify the levels, because for the system every level is the same. The system cannot recognize right now which one is the last floor in this building. In the next part I will be talking about it.